Mary earned her degree in advertising from the College of Communications. Yes, we can applaud. Yep. And today she is president of Harmelin Media, one of the nation's top 10 independent media firms with annual billings of $500 million. She is also active in many philanthropic service and professional organizations, including the Philly Ad Club, where she serves as head. Mary's talents as a professional, colleague, organizer, and volunteer are well documented, with one nominator saying, "Mary has been a business associate who has motivated and encouraged me to do my best over the years. But more than that, she's been a trusted friend, and I have seen firsthand the impact that she has on people in business and in her personal life. That is the highest compliment of all. I am pleased to present Mary Meter with the Alumni Fellow Award."
Thank you, Dr. Barron, and congratulations to my fellow alumni winners. You all inspired me so much tonight, and it's an honor to be here with you. And it's also an honor to have my very supportive husband, Joe, with me, my sister, who's my best friend, my Aunt Millie, my friend Sue, Dean Harden, Kevin Musick, Mike Porman, who are all from the School of Communications, and I know they're the ones that nominated me. So when I first heard I was receiving this award, I had a hard time thinking about what I might say, but I certainly knew the people that I would recognize and thank. The reason I became who I am is because I learned to lead by following. My road to Penn State started when my mom passed away when I was just 13 years old. If you know me, you know my Aunt Millie, because she has been there for every high and low point in my life. My Aunt Millie and Uncle Chester are proud Penn State alum, class of 1959. When the ground under me was crumbling, there was Aunt Millie to smooth the path. One thing I learned quickly was if Aunt Millie told you to do something, you did it. You did it out of respect, out of love, and honestly, because if Aunt Millie was telling you to do it, it was certainly the right thing to do. So I went to Penn State. I might not have been sure of what I was going to study when I got here. Heck, I don't think I was going to study when I got here. But I knew one thing, and that was I was going to be a Nittany Lion. Like my aunt and uncle before me, just like my sister, my brother, my cousins, and like our son, who just became a Penn State alum last May, and who is also gainfully employed out in Chicago. So I'm crying because of that, mostly. So many of us start that way. We listen to family, we listen to teachers, we listen to friends, and we hopefully listen to our professors. It just seems that all too often we stop listening. Now, some of you are probably fortunate enough to have one mentor in your life. I've had 3 amazing mentors, and they've actually changed my life. Next, let me tell you about the woman who shaped my professional career, and that's Joanne Harmelin, whose company I am now president of. Joanne's husband and son are both Penn State grads, so there's that connection, and Joanne's home recuperating from knee surgery, or I know she would be here with me tonight. Joanne taught me so much about business, the nuances of people, and how to be honorable and respectable in the business world. She put so many hours into building her company, and I was always amazed at how she always had the right answers. And she told me she pulled them out of her bag of tricks, those life lessons that she kept accumulating. I was so fortunate to meet Joanne early in my career. I might have been young and naive, but I was aware enough to know that if someone's an expert in their field, like Joanne, and they give you advice, you take that advice. But so many people don't do that. They find reasons not to listen to very smart people. I learned early on that if someone you respect cares enough about you to give you thoughtful advice, You do it. I built my career on it. If people gave me a job to do, they know that that job got done. And that's how I earned my stripes. And soon, I was leading by example. That dedication to quiet leadership is an important life skill and business skill, and one I learned from one of the most dynamic, inspiring women I've ever met, my third mentor, Sue Paterno. I joined Special Olympics Pennsylvania 20 years ago because my aunt and my father were both special education teachers. Lo and behold, I go to my very first board meeting, and who's sitting next to me but Sue Paterno with a great big bag of chocolate fudge. Chocolate lover, Penn State lover, it was my dream. Over the past almost 20 years, I saw how she cared about the people and gave back to her community in big ways, like creating the Special Olympics Beaver Stadium run and raising money for our libraries here on campus, but also in many small ways. Like after closing ceremonies a few summers ago, it's held up on our campus. The work crew was coming onto campus, they had the truck, they would start loading the chairs onto the back of the truck. Well, Sue starts grabbing chairs, loading the chairs. Well, I follow Sue, I'm loading chairs. Well, I've never seen a work crew move so quickly. There was no way they were going to let Sue Paterno fall off the back of the truck. So then we recycled water bottles. Now, I followed Sue that day, like I followed Joanne Harmlin and I followed my Aunt Millie. I learned to lead by following, and that all started when I followed my family to this wonderful, magical place we all know as Happy Valley. Thank you very much.